Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. Before we head into today's web development session, let us quickly go over the fundamental about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and PHP, which are the core tool for every web developer. In the next video, we'll jump into hands-on practice in a real project demonstration. So stay tuned and get ready to code with me next. Now we'll see the fundamentals, web development fundamental. What are the fundamental? One you can say here, as you see, here a pen. Let me take my pen and show you, underline it. Here, this is your HTML, hypertext markup language, CSS cascade style sheet, JavaScript, PHP. These are the core tool in every web development. So let's describe here. HTML means markup language, hypertext markup language. The role of this HTML is to define structure and contents of your web page document or your web page, you can say, web page. It belongs to client-side scripting language. That means it will run on browser. The other CSS. CSS means cascade style sheets. What the role? It decor or style and formats content of your web page. It adds some interaction, good look, and a feel. So this belongs to client-side scripting language. It runs on browser, that means. And the other one is JavaScript. As you see, this JavaScript is a script, not some other thing. This JavaScript add interactivity or additional functionality, operation, and dynamic behavior into your web page. This belongs to client-side script language. That means it runs on browser. When you come to PHP, this is different from the above three. Why? It's a server-side scripting language. In our previous video, we have seen about script language and the client language. In our previous video, we have seen client-side scripting language and the server-side scripting language. When you say server-side, which run on the server, this is hidden from the user or customer. Your user and the customer cannot see the logic, every data processing. They cannot see. HTML, CSS, JavaScript are visible for user. But this PHP is not visible. It is hidden. It handles background logic and the data processing. Or you can say backend. It's a backend logic and the data process. It belongs to server side. The other, there is my PHP admin. That also belongs to server side. It's a database part. Run on server. And the other, let's come to HTML. You can come to you. This HTML is the backbone of every web page. HTML is the backbone of every web page. To design the user interface, the form, you need this HTML. So this HTML define basic structure, content of your web page by using different elements like heading, paragraph, image, link, and the form. It uses these all elements to define the structure and the content of our web page. You have to know this one. HTML is not programming language. It is markup language. HTML is not programming. It's what? Markup language. Markup language means a collection of different markup tags. Let's come to HTML5. This is the latest HTML version, which supports mobile first design. It supports multiple devices, the small scale device, the medium device, and the large device. So this HTML5 embraced a responsive web design by supporting multimedia queries. You can get in viewport setting. Look the example. In this meta, there is meta carsets UTF-8. The meta name is viewport. The content width or the device width initial scale is the smallest 1.0. That means it starts from the smallest device. These are used for optimizing page for mobile device. That means to design mobile first design. So this HTML5 is a strategy for responsive and user-friendly design. You have done this one. It's about HTML5. When it comes to HTML elements are the building block of web page. Or you can say HTML elements are the components that are a component. You can see here. Let me underline for you. It's a components of document structure, such as the title, the heading, the body, paragraph, image, link, list, form, and so on. The component of this structure. You can say elements. So every HTML elements, look, elements has opening and closing tag and contents between it. No? Look, HTML elements can use opening tag and closing tag plus content between. Between the opening and the closing tag, there must be a content. There must be a content. So look this simple structure. Look, opening tag means this for paragraph. Look, this is open tag paragraph. Hello world. Hello world is a content. The other closing tag. This is paragraph closing tag. So look this one. Opening tag for paragraph. This is the content, and this one is the closing tag. Closing tag means this curly brace forward slash. This is about your HTML elements. Let's go to the other. How you can put here in this one, same example. And see here, heading 1, opening tag. This is the content. The content, heading 1, closing tag. This is for what? For heading. You have to remember, in heading, we have 6 levels. Heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, and heading 6. Heading 1 is the largest size, and heading 6 is the smallest one. You have to know this. When you come to this paragraph, the same thing, look here. This is your opening. This one is the content. This is the closing of the paragraph. Here is this image. This is your opening tag for your image. From here, these are the opening tag for what? For image. For image. The other one, here is a link or anchor. This is the opening tag up to here. This is a closed tag, and this is the content. This is the content for your link. This is for your link. The other, if you are using different list item, there are two types, ordered and unordered list. This one is unordered list. Look, this is the opening tag. This is the closed tag. Between here we have different contents. If you take list item, this is opening tag for list item. This is closing tag for list item. This is the content. The same thing, list item opening tag, and this item 2 is the content. So this is the close tag. You have to know all these minor elements. The other one is HTML attributes. What do you mean these attributes? Attributes. Why we need these attributes? Attribute means a property of tag that specified in opening angle brackets. Any tag that is specified in opening angle brackets, we can say attributes. Why we need attributes? In order to provide extra information. In order to provide extra information. Provide extra information about elements. Or define property of the element. What the element looks like. What the color. What the size. What the height. So example of attribute, you can say height, color, width, source, border, align, size, home font style, etc. These are what we call it an attribute. They define how the elements will be displayed or looks like. But the format of these attributes, you can see the format. Look, attributes is value. You have to keep like this one. Attributes is value. Or you can say BG color, this means background color. What the value? Red. That means your page background will be red. The other one, look the link. This is an anchor. What is the source of this link? The source. Where it redirects to this one, https example.com. This is the value. If this value is not available, it will go to blank. You see, this is how we can keep or provide attribute for an element. And the next one is some common HTML attributes. These are the common href. href specifies link destination, where the web page redirect when you click, where it will redirect, or it will show the path of some file, the path of some document destination. That's href. Source, specify image or script source. If you add some image or script into your web page, where is the source, where you can get that image? That is source. Alter means alternative. If the image or the link is not available, it should have to display alternative thing or object. That you can say alternative text for an image. ID means unique identifier. Class means group of elements for Cascade style sheet. Style means adding inline CSS styling. Target means opens link in new web. You can use this target. The other one, type, it defines type of input. When you design or develop some interface, you have to provide type of the element or type of what we are using. So that is, you can say type. Value means set of default value for your input type. Set of default value for your what? Input type. This is what you can see. And the next one is basic tag element attributes. Already we have said a lot about element and attributes. Let's come to this, the basic. These are the basic in our web development. These are the basic. The first one is HTML. Look, this HTML. This is the opening. This is the closing tag. So this define whole HTML document or the web page. HTML. This is head, opening and the closing tag. It can include a script and install the browser where to find the custom style sheet, also to provide meta information and more about head of your web page or the page. The other, when you come to the body, here is the open tag, this is the closing tag. This body define what body of HTML documents, what are the internal contents of the page. That is. Here is a title, open tag and a close tag for title. You can embed this title in head. In head, you have to embed here in this head. Why we use it to define title of the page documents. It define title of what? The page or the documents. And the next one is, look here, it is paragraph. This is the open tag, this is a closing tag. Why we use this paragraph? For defining our paragraph or the text. You can use paragraph tag. The other one, there is heading 1. Open tag and heading 1 closing tag. Why we need this one? To define heading type. Is that the largest? Is that average? Is that the smallest? Depending on the purpose of your text, you can use this heading to show the largest, the average, or whatever. The other table, if you want to organize your data or pages in the form of table, you can use these table elements. Here is the open tag and the close tag. This is about the basic elements. The basic elements. The other one, there are HTML main elements, what you call the main elements. From the basic, there are what we call main elements. Main elements. One, header. Header. This header contains what? Whole top section of the page or title or logo. It contains top section of our page or title, maybe it is logo, some other that you can use header. The other, if you want to include logo or something to your web page, you can use image. To add logo to your page, you can use. The other, navigation and link or anchor. You can use this one for navigating links or the redirection place or the destination. That is navigation and anchor. You can use together. You have to add with this nav the anchor. And the other, there is main content area. In addition to main element, we have main content area in our page. For that, you can use one main. You can use this element, main. It warps main page content. What are the main page content in your web page or website? And the other one is section. Why do we use this section? It separates parts. It separates home, about, service, and so on. It separates such content. And the other one, look here, each with heading and the text content. Each of them used with what? Heading and text content. All of them, they have heading plus text content. Let's come to identify head from header. What's the difference between head and header? Look at the picture here. Head means head located inside HTML tag outside the body, or located inside HTML tag before the body. That's head. When you come to header, header embedded or placed in body tag. You have to identify this thing. Why? We are going to use in our lab session. So you have to identify head and header. The other, head is not visible. Head is not visible, but header is visible. Why? Header is a content of the body. Header is content of the body. What the purpose of head? We can use for metadata or script style. Metadata, script, and the cascade style sheet, every embedded in what? In head. We embed the script, the style, metadata in what? In head. What the purpose of header? To introduce content. It introduces content like title and the navigation. That's the difference based on their purpose. The common tag we include in head is what? One, title, meta, and the link. Refer some redirection, you can use this link. What the common tag we use in header? Heading 1. That means due to this header, we can use the large size paragraph, the other one, navigation. This is the difference between head and header. Please identify head from the header. The next point. When it comes to HTML documents, already we have said a lot. There is document type definition. There is a document type definition. Document type definition is a collection of rules written in standard generalized markup language. There is a standard for every HTML document. For this, all the detail of HTML tag, entities, and related document are structured in what way? In terms of document type definition standard. In this document type definition standard, tags are instructions that embedded directly of the document, like that. Why tags are used? Tag tell our browser how to display the HTML document. Tag used to tell the browser how to display the HTML document. How you can save this document? What the extension? Every HTML document extension is what? .html or .html. When you save on your editor, you have to say file name .html or file name .html. What are the editor we can use? You can use already this VS Code, Sublime Text, or Notepad. But I recommend you VS Code. VS Code is recommended. I recommend for you this one. And the other one, HTML document structure. What the document structure looks like. This is a basic. This is the basic. Look here. The first one is document type HTML, and the second one is HTML, then is head. In head, you have to include title. Then after head is over, you have to start your body content of the page. In the body, you can use heading. My first heading. This is a paragraph, my first paragraph. Then close the body, then close the HTML. What the output look like? Welcome. This is what you see here, the title. My first heading, this is H1 or heading 1. This is a paragraph. This is the paragraph. Let us define each structure. Why we use document type HTML? It declaration of define in this document to be what? HTML5. We use this one in HTML5 or latest version of HTML. What HTML? It is the root element of every page or HTML page. This root element. Head means contain meta information about the document, but it is not displayed in the browser. You have to read this one. The head content is not displayed in the browser area. That when you come to title, this specifies title for your document, which is to be displayed in browser title bar. We'll see when we start our lab demonstration. Like that. When you come to the body, this body contains visible page content. It contains visible page. It contains visible page content. And when you come to heading 1, this defines the largest heading. The largest heading. This is their description. And other one is HTML body tag. As already I've told you, this is the visible is the visible part of your web page. Displayed in display area of the browser. What the body? Body tags displayed in display area of the browser. You can use this style. This is the open. Then you can put your content here. You can add your content here. What are the attributes of body? One, body color. BG color, you can put the color. It changes the default of your color. The other, background. Background, you can put the image URL. This what specify the type of image you want to use as background. The other, text and the text color. Look, this change your body text color. Changes your body's text color. This is about body tag. In detail, we'll see in our lab exercise. The other, the basic tag, what you have seen now, this is for your revision or summary. There is heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5, up to heading 6. The other, we have paragraph. The other, there is an order list, and a block quotes. These are some structure. When it comes to the attribute, we have seen the align, the text, BG color, etc. Width, height, you can see. The other, link, this anchor ref here. Look, the ref, you can see. This is the close. This is how you can use. The other, image has a source. A source, you have to put the value here. The other one, table. You can use this all basic tag in your web development. Now let us start our HTML page, or we are going to start our basic web page development. We'll start from changing background. The default background is already, let me increase the size of this one. Okay, this is your web page background. So I can add this background from my project. It is in this one. I have image in XAMPP htdoc piece school folder. I have image. From this image, I want to use this one. I have a number of image. From this image, I want to use office background 5. Then I can say it found in image. This backward slash extension is JPG. This is my background image. Let me see what the result you'll see here. The results. So this is the background, the changed background. Then come back and start. Let me create header. In this header, you want this heading one. Heading one, you can say winners learn web development training. Web development training, you can say like this one. Web development training. Then let me close the heading one, then close the header. You have to close the header. It's already closed. Ready the size. This is the next. Let me add some paragraph. There is a paragraph. I can say here key. In this paragraph, I want to put some link or redirection where my button or the text link. You can say visit or search. You can give some link here. I have this href, what the link, where it redirects. You have to provide, I can say here, in this one I can redirect to www3 school, to w3 school, w3 school, where you can learn a lot of about web development. You can learn here. Value HTTP security. You can add here. The next, if this is not available, you can provide the targets. If this is not available, you can provide targets. Target, you can say simply it's a blank. Say blank. It's a blank. So the next one is already open tag. You can say W3 school, where you can get knowledge. Close your anchor or link is already closed. Then more resource. Get for more resource. This is your paragraph. This is what you have done still now. What you get will come with wait. So the next you can keep here down. There's simple personal information. You can say label. The label name is full name. So you can close the label. What's the full name? Input type you have to offer here. Inputs type. Name is already, but the type is text. So you have to give name. Name is equal to name, you can say. This by default, if you leave it nothing. So let me keep here. The other one you have to provide the other, let's say something date of birth. Label date of birth. You can say the date of birth. Let me close the label. Close this label. You can say here is a label. Date of birth input type. What the input type here? Inputs type of this one is already date. You can keep. You can say a date. This is a date. Call this text. This is a date. What the name? You can say DOB. You can keep like this one. And the other, let me add a simple button. The button is equal to inputs type. What the type? This button. The button. So name of the button, or you can say value. Button is equal to button 1 and value what is displayed on that button. You can say value is equal to register. This is what we want on this page. We have one full name, the other date of birth, and this button. The other thing we have heading is heading 1 on our header. The header is winners learn web development training heading 1. So it redirects look this paragraph. When you come to this paragraph, this is a link or some anchor, href, https www, this one, redirect to this. So W3 school, more resource to get, you can see, to access more resource. You have to focus here. This is what I'm going to show you today. Let me run and see the result. Go to live server. Look, this is what we are today. Winners learn web training. Here is search www to access more resource. Full name you can say on this full name Daniel. Date of birth of the Daniel, you can take the year from here. When Daniel was born, you can say, for example, 98 in September. So you can keep it. The days, maybe you can say on 12 of this one, this register. If you click this one, it will react, or this action will do something. So this is how we can develop simple page in your HTML. This is the basic. This is the basic. But when you see this page, it is not attractive. In order to make attractive and a good look and like, to make good feel, we should have to add another feature, another HTML element. In the next video, we'll see how to add different HTML elements. We'll see all these things. What we'll get if you click this one? Let's click this one. Click this. Easy. If you click this, you'll get all this information. You'll get all this information. So this is how you can develop a simple web page. Developing simple web page is easy. It's too easy. It's not this much difficult. It's not this much difficult. So the next, we'll see with some advanced elements. This brings us to the end of our first web development demonstration, basic HTML. We have seen how to create a simple web page using heading, paragraph, link, and image. In the next video, we'll build on this foundation and start exploring more advanced HTML element layouts. Thank you for following along. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the upcoming session. See you in the next lab demonstration. Have a nice day.